Isabella Greene here, and today I would like to talk to you really quickly about what's happening all around, in my observation anyway. And I'm hearing the same thing from all over the place, from healers, from friends, from clients, everyone saying the same thing, complaining, rolling their eyes. So here I am. Today is the 24th. Yesterday officially the energetic corridor leading to the Lion's Gate that opens, or that peaks on August 8th. So that kind of officially opened yesterday. But in my observation, the things started coming into, or started being amplified as of probably beginning of July, somewhere around that July 4th Independence Day weekend, because this is when I started hearing things from people, and also I started experiencing things myself. So what are we seeing? What are we hearing, right? We're hearing a lot of discomfort. That's a nice word for anger, blame, shame, freaking out, freak occurrences, discomfort. Let's use the nice, sweet language here. And I'm hearing that from all over the place. People losing their jobs, people finding out about situations in their lives that just seem so out of place. People remembering things from years ago and getting super angry about it. It's like, wait a minute, that was like 5 years ago. Why are you angry now? People attacking straight out, and you'd be looking at them. I experienced that. I'm looking at the person, I can see that they departed. They're not even there. There are energies that are working through that person. There's something activated inside that person, and the eyes are blank, but that stuff that coming out of that mouth is like, seriously? Then friends, close ones, the loved ones, just all of a sudden finding something to complain about, blame about, or point fingers about, and everyone is like freaked out about their neighbors, their this, their that. So humanity, or at least like stuff that I'm observing, and I seriously, because I work with people from all over the world, all over the United States. And how come everyone's telling the same story? Oh, all of a sudden, like, I'm attacked from all directions. Especially the light workers, the people who are doing healing work, experiencing so much of that flow of negative stuff. Well, yes, things get amplified when the energies are strong. Very often, we get triggered so that we can look at things that need to be healed inside of us, right? And so that we can move into the new reality, or the new earth, and the new human, the new state of being. They move through the Lion's Gate, opening a portal of the Lion's Gate in the cleaner space, internal frequency space, right? I also have another theory. Yeah, well, that stands, right? That always works. That works around all intense celestial events that people start freaking out, full moons are impossible nowadays, this and this and that. My reality was really, really peaceful. Well, it would kind of like wobble, but I've been able to pull myself into the zero point. I call it the 0 point between all emotions, right? When you're an observer, you're seeing yourself going, this spectrum of emotion and this spectrum of emotion. Oh, good. Oh, not so great. But you're able to hold that center. You hold that middle space, right? But I'm seeing like intense polarization, mostly like leaning towards the negative. So here's my theory. I think that something was released, and we know that these things are done to counteract the evolution, to counteract the intense cosmic frequencies that are coming in, right? The powers that are not interested in awakening of humanity have access to various technologies, and we know that waves are released through Wi-Fi channels, through God, I don't know, I'm not even going to go into all the conspiracy theories here as how they are released, chemtrails, you have stuff in your body that can be triggered, blah blah blah. It's like a lot of stuff. So, but considering the mass effect or the massive freak out state that I'm observing in the people, and I love you all, but you know, it's like seriously, I think something was released around July 4th when people were drunk, when people were you know, having their vacation times or their like relaxed space, when they're not vigilant perhaps. And I think that some waves were released to trigger stuff in people. And what I'm talking about are implants and entities. Meaning, an implant can sit in you for years. It could be 20 years old, and you would never know that it's there. For example, you could have received it through, I don't know, childhood play with magic or something. You know, someone in your grade school read a book on black magic and did a spell just because they didn't know any better, right? But it creates damage in your energy field. It creates, you know, these entangled energetic spaces that are not beneficial, and that could sit there for years until it is triggered. And so I think that something was released around July 4th to trigger these things in people. And so when you have an implant or you have a damage in your energy field that you've been carrying forever, here's how it looks like. And I've gathered that information from many different sources by now, so that's why I'm here in front of you telling you about it. You would probably have developed, if it's old, if it's an old space, you would have developed a pain around that area. Let's say if you had energetic damage in the heart space, you would be having lung conditions, you would be having constant like bronchitis or asthma or like stuff that is around the chest, right? Not to mention straight out heart conditions. If you are like these places where we are considered that we're hooked, right? We're hooked through what? Through shoulders, hips, sometimes head too, right? Why are we hooked through these places? These are the places that are correspondent to the major energy centers: heart center, shoulders, root chakra, hips, head, the third eye and crown, that stuff. So we receive our psychic attack pains where? In the head, right? Or in the heart, or in that shoulder, or in that hip. Or when we're exposed to people that are not matching us energetically. There is an energetic mismatch, but we have to interact with them. Oh, you come out of there, you have a headache, right? Ever noticed that? So why does that go in there? It goes in there, my theory, present day, is that you have old energetic damage. Your energy field is open there, and this is where all of that stuff can pour right in. And some people call that implants. These are sometimes done on purpose. Some people want to cause damage, and back in the day, in the older days, when, you know, that stuff that we call witchcraft was very popular, you know, people did spells. Not like nowadays, people don't do spells, but you know, we hope they don't. You know, but that would create an opening in your field, for example. And you know, go ahead and research on implants. So there are different types of implants. I'm just talking about something that works as a Trojan horse that sits inside of you for years, and you're not even aware of it because it's hidden so well, so deep in there. But it very often keeps people looping within the same programs, and it also creates physical discomfort in specific areas when you are exposed to specific energetic states. And that also is like a little door that gets opened for the entities to come in. And I'm not the one to tell you that we have all kinds of auric attachments available to us. There's a buffet of that stuff here on Earth, and only keeping your frequency high, being in that space that prevents them from entering. That's what keeps you there, you know. But if you have a Trojan horse, and then you're like losing your job, and your kids are sick, and you found out you got, like, I don't know, a diagnosis of some sort, then whoa, you know, opens the door, things come right in, they attach to you, you start looping in suffering, drama, distress, discomfort. And the Trojan horse, or the old energetic thing that was never healed, that's what makes it even more available, or makes you even more available for these energies to come in. So my theory, back to my theory was that something was released around July 4th that triggered implants or old energetic space in people, the space that has not been processed, triggered it so much that opened doors for all of these dramatic stuff to start coming in. So I would highly recommend getting yourself checked. There are specialists that can check your energy field. That's not me. I don't do this. I don't do energy clearing. I don't do implant clearings, but I can refer you to people, or do your research and check. If you've been to jail, if you had addictions, if you're looping in like one drama after the next, get yourself checked. If you are in a freak out mode since beginning of July, get yourself checked. If you're so angry that you can't hold it back, that you're lashing out on people, and your reality is like you're constantly like struggling against this thing and that thing and that thing that's coming in and that thing, and then like you like barely able to find that moment of peace, get yourself checked. There are specialists that are now available that can look at your energy field and tell you if you have something in there, an auric attachment, or possibly an old implant or a new implant or something. The implants come in and the attachments come in through romantic interactions too. We're wide open to, it's like taking a flu, like, you know, catching the flu from someone else. So yes, clearing work right now, before the 8/8 is here and all of that gets so loud that we can't even hear our positive voices any longer. I hope this is not the scenario. Cancel, clear, I'm just saying. So I'm recommending to reach out to people that you know, or seek out the people who can check your energy fields, check you for attachments in the auric field, check you for cords, check you for stuff that you are not bringing with yourself to the next side, to the other side of the energetic corridor of 8/8. This is the work right now. So, and of course, you know, doing the whole emotional clearing, but emotional clearing will go much easier if you get your energetic field mended, if you get your auric attachments removed, if you get the Trojan horses taken out. It's an emotional process. It's intense. It feels really intense. But from what I hear, people, it's an intense processing. You know, when you get these procedures done, it's like having energetic surgery, but it's worth it. Because we as humanity, we're moving into new reality, the golden age. We're seeing these symptoms of the golden age from all around, and we're required to be clear to enter that space. So thank you for listening today. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Talk to Isa, for more videos every Tuesday and Monday. If you'd like a session with me, IsabellaGreene.com. I do not do energy clearing work. I mean, entity clearing or implants. I don't specialize in that, so I would not be able to help you. I'm just suggesting that you seek out the people that can. All right. Lots of love to you guys, and happy coming up Lionsgate portal. Love you guys. Namaste.